Hey people,
Hey kids,
he is
Marco Zingaretti,
okay, and she is,
Nomatamsang Paliso,
and
and
together
together we
we
are
are Different Strokes MNZ. We have something exciting for you, and no, we have been off the radar for a while. We have found very, very interesting and cute cars that have history
at a neighbor's house.
at a neighbor's house. Believe it or not, they've been kind enough to let us in to actually interview them and film the cars and take as many pictures and videos as possible. Now, these are Morris Minors. I call them small cars with big personalities. So, we are about to interview the owners or owner, and you're about to have your mind blown. You have to say what?
Yeah, my eye caught the cars while I was walking by one day, and me, being English,
Yeah.
seeing a slab of Britain is always nice when you're in another country, So the moment I saw them and I saw the condition that they were in, the way they're
Yeah,
being
he
restored.
lost his mind.
Exactly. So I
Yeah.
told her straight away, and the first chance I had, I stopped by to just say, please can we come in and take a look, because
Yes, yes.
and very kindly they did so.
And here we are. Keep your eyes peeled. So, this is a Morris Minor Series 2. The pickup version, of course.
Back you yeah,
Oh, it's a
1953.
Baki version. Yeah, sorry,
Well,
I got it
pickup
wrong.
in England, but
It's pickup, Baki pickup. Same difference, right? Okay, this is the inside. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely amazing. These were made in 1952. Okay, this apparently 1953. And as you can see, the windscreen has a divider. And it is absolutely I am blown.
2014 was our radio. Yeah.
Okay, this is Tommy with the love of my life, Marco, and he is about to tell us about these two magnificent cars. Hello, Tommy.
Morning there, how are you?
Good, thanks, and you. All right.
Yeah, this is a 1953 Morris Minor pickup.
Yeah.
Very rare one in this country. The only one we know of in South Africa, the 53.
Really?
Only one we know of. So this is the youngest pickup in South Africa. And this is one of my oldest Morris Minor too. This one also found in a very bad state in Nelspruit. The guy that modified it, they put a Nissan engine and gearbox in it. The guy found me one of spares. Me not into modifying the cars, I said I'm unable to help him with spares. A couple of months later he found me again. He wanted to sell the car because he can't find the spares. Me and the son jumped in the back of the trailer and fetched the car immediately. Dropped the price down, brought it back home. It was in very bad condition. We took the engine and gearbox out, the Nissan engine that we even sold that. The whole chassis in this car was rotten. We replaced the whole chassis, the back plate was rotten. So my youngest son decided to do this, and he rebuilt this car. He rebuilt the whole chassis, put new chassis floors in, and he restored the car as it is today. And in March we went down to Longabon with both of them. She won her class and she won her class. So that's the story. This is a 60 pickup, belongs to my oldest son, also an ex-Rhodesian car. It's assembled in Rhodesia. Also a very rare car because it's assembled in Rhodesia. Also found in a very bad state. The oldest son decided one day nothing to do, so he got in to restore this one. Also the chassis was bad, had no engine and gearbox in the car, and he restored this one back to pristine condition, I think. So they're both big runners. This one's been all over the country too. This one's only been to Longabon and back because we only finished the last year, but this is about a year old now, being restored. This one's about 4 or 5 years old after she's been restored.
Awesome, awesomeness. And this is a 2, right?
Second series, yeah.
Yeah, series 2, and this blue one,
Series 3.
this is series 3.
A 60 model.
Okay, I'm gonna go in to this blue one. Just be careful I don't do the registration numbers. Wow, isn't this absolutely awesome? Okay, this, after being restored, it looks in absolute magnificent shape. Hey? Wow. That is it. Okay, this is the series 2. And this is how it looks like on the inside. Hey? Wow. This is Restoration 2.0.
This is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I mean, so where did you source an engine like this?
My late dad, like I told you, he had 10 motors at one stage. He still got it. My sister's got married to the house, and the house is still 4 garages full of spares. There must be another 10 948 engines lying there, and the 1098s are very scarce. But I've got 3 or 4 of them, so there's 1098 here and there's 1098 in there just to make the run better. So yeah, in the club, between the members, we store spares and stuff like that.
But this must win prizes, right?
She won her prize because she's in the modified class because of the engine.
Yeah.
She won the detail class because she's 100% original Fenders cars.
Wow. Wow.
Absolutely stunning.
She's a daily runner. The son's
This-
girlfriend that runs the town at the back of this one, but this one's restored 4 years ago. Also, no engine and gearbox, is a total wreck.
Oh, wow. This is
You're
on
right.
the
This
Morris 3.
dashboard reminds you know, even the American cars from back in the 30s, the 40s, it's just absolutely stunning.
Finished state, but
Yeah. This is like a yearbook for Morris miners.
So they actually, this is the book that they wrote and they did for the restoration of this car here.
What?
Yeah,
This is so interesting.
this is the way it was when they got it.
Yeah, that's the way it was. Wow.
Wow, this is just absolutely stunning. To get to do something like this is just absolutely
Yeah.
amazing, you know.
I think because we have seen
The
like
love, the love of the cars is just, you know.
It's an amazing thing, isn't it, my love?
It is
Wow, this
beautiful.
is okay.
I didn't think I'd get so excited myself seeing, you know,
Me neither.
these Morris
Like
miners.
what?
Yeah, here see they're spraying the chassis and everything, they're painting it.
Yeah.
They got it sandblasted enough so they're actually spraying it.
Wow. And you can see it's in the yard. I mean, you can see
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
the same.
Exactly, it's all been done here. Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
The last
Oh.
couple of pages. See, this is where they did the engine rebuild, you know.
That's the engine rebuild. Oh, wow.
It is absolutely stunning. Wow. What can I
All
say?
right. Yep. That's it.
You actually give the traditional British guy, you know. With
African guy.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Little things there.
Okay.
Okay.
But like the African people say, this is my firstborn. It's my first restoration I did. So it was in a very bad, derelict way. So no engine and gearbox in this car. It was highly modified. Even the dashboard was chopped up.
Really?
So I had to chop up another car just for the dashboard for this car.
Wow.
The whole front, mudguard, bonnet, boots come with different cars. I used to get a panel beaters to come in weekends to try and straighten the cab out for me, so the whole cab was straightened out.
Which came out in a very nice way.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be closed on the sides, but they had little heart-shaped windows in here.
Yeah.
Little heart-shaped windows,
Yeah.
which was very difficult because it's such thin metal
Yeah.
to fix it, so we had to go that route. But it's
It
actually
looks
nicer because now I can actually see and drive, because I've got no mirrors these cars,
Right.
so I can't see at the back.
Is it? They never had mirrors, or did they eventually start putting mirrors on them?
They never, only ones that had mirrors were the Buckies and the Travelers.
Oh right, okay,
Yeah.
because they were
Yes.
getting wide. Yeah, okay, fine.
But even the mirrors they put on here, even the British mirror, they're not very effective. A lot of guys are modifying, putting mirrors in here, but they're not very effective. So it's actually
Yeah.
wasting your time.
Right. So at least, yeah, you just turn around and you have the visual to see back, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blind spot. But there is a mirror at least inside.
rear view
That's
mirror.
the
That's
rear
what it
view
is, yeah.
mirror. Yeah.
I'm just saying, for a 1960 car and being restored 30 years ago, it's still in absolutely beautiful condition.
Done. And red is my color.
And maintain it like I'm busy maintaining those other two there. And you look after, like I said, the first ones, he stays in the garage. All the modern cars stand outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's fine. She's inside.
Special.
We were walking by one day and I said, wow,
Yeah.
let's stop. And I'm like, look at these Morris Minors. I'm like, you know, me being British and having grown up with these cars.
Yes.
And I'm like, how can somebody have like 6 or 7, like, just there? And I look at that and I said, wow, just absolutely. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
The Morris Minor was, of course, when you're growing up, it's that kind of, you don't actually look at it. But then growing up, you actually start to appreciate the older things, you know. And now for me, okay, today is today, and for work you need modern cars, whatever. But for me, cars stop at 1990.
Yes.
That's it, and then they just go back.
Because I grew up with late dad and boy, at one stage had 10 of them.
Wow.
Sure.
So I grew up with them. I said to my dad, I need a car. He said, there are the trees, and Morris Minor is yours.
Yeah.
So I restored it and I fixed it and I used that all over the country. I used it to work when I was an apprentice. That's where the love grew from it.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
then driving far to Durban and outsourcing when I was in the army, I realized how indestructible these cars were. And it just, they said they get in your blood, these little cars.
Yeah.
So when you do road trips, so what do you normally travel at, about 80 kilometers an hour?
Yes, 1890 years. So this one I've upgraded now to a bigger 1098 engine.
Okay.
So when they came out in the 803 engine, that one was supposed to have 803. Then they went to 948, most of them got 948 engines.
Yeah, and then after they went to they bored them out. And
Yes. So because I use this far and I go far with the car, so I put because the engine was already 30 years old in this car. So it was
Sure.
getting finished since I restored
Yeah,
it
of
when I was
course.
an apprentice.
30 years.
So I got all the 1100 engine and gearbox and stuck it in
So you
here.
could probably get maybe 120, 125.
Nah, that's not for sure. I put in 1995, 100 or so. Then it cruises nicely. You know?
Yeah. I'm just saying top speed, you could probably get
Yeah, I can do that. I'll tell you a story about the grey one. But yeah, you can do 110, 120. But you can listen to the engine. Engine talks to you. When she gets quiet, there's 100 k's now, then she's happy.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
She's push her on 2130, then she starts screaming, she's not happy.
Exactly, exactly.
And you enjoy that drive.
I had the same thing with a Vespa. You know,
Yeah, I know that.
and my Vespa was highly modified engine-wise,
Yeah.
because I mean I'm a very heavy man.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had a 150cc Vespa original. Then after I upgraded to a racing engine. But I didn't do it for the speed.
Yeah.
I did it because when we'd go away with friends, we'd do journeys. I just put it there, 100, 105,
Yeah.
and it was,
Happy all day,
you know. And what you happened is the fact that it's being a 2-stroke engine.
Yes.
You know, it actually gargles, so that means it's good because it's getting oil. You know, and yeah, it was rich, and it was just, you know, but it was
Okay, I'm gonna take a moment. Okay, this is
So they have a national rally every 2 years.
the Morris Minor
The last
inside. Okay, so those are miles, but the owner believes that it's actually much more than that because it's been
about 30.
all over the country. It's been all over South Africa.
So yeah, the trouble to take the car
And he's had it for over 30 years. So this is so interesting and so exciting to actually be in a Morris Minor. I've never been in a Morris Minor before. You know, needless to say, my father never had a car growing up. So this is absolutely stunning. I'm gonna take. This is how it looks like from the outside.
My 4-door car, which is not here.
There we go.
Three donors car for the last 6 years, so that's the top Morris Minor South Africa. We all get together with branches at the top car there. Those cars both run there.
This is my favorite color. I'll have you know. Stunning, stunning piece of work. Okay, so this is it. Okay, this is a
55, this one.
55.
55, yeah.
Series 2.
Series 2.
Series 2, okay?
The customer's car I'm restoring for the guy. They will come with the history of this car.
Yeah.
This car is a 55, one of the last 55s fully imported to South Africa. Remember they assemble a lot of these cars here? They never assembled the buckies here. The buckies all, some were assembled in Rhodesia, Zimbabwe. All the cars were assembled in Durban and in Kuils River. But this is one of the last ones who were fully imported, this one.
From England.
Yeah, so they're also quite a rare, special car, this one. It's supposed to be black. The owner thought it was originally British racing green, which is not. When I checked the chassis numbers, you can actually see it was a black car.
Yeah.
So it's going back to black, this car.
Because of course, I mean, you could change it as long as it's an original colour, but I think you just lose that value.
The customer wants the car original. He was worried about me doing all funny things, improving the car set, especially underneath the chassis. It was never really painted. The British just put a prime on. I never understand the British guys. You ride in the salt and the rain, but you put prime on the chassis. That's it. Nothing else. And that's why you see that it's rotten away. There's new floorboards in there, there's new boards in the back there, there's new boards inside here. So actually I had this car on its side here. That's why we call this the fabrication shop. Chuck it on the side, we cut the place out, put new ones in.
Because I see, okay, even in a modern day customization, I see that they use a product called Linex, which is the black rubbery, you know, this is to put under, and it takes 5 seconds to dry.
What I use today, I put a prime underneath, but I use it, they call it a stone chip. A lot of the
Stone
modern
chip,
cars, modern cars use it, brilliant stuff. The whole thing is stone chip. The customer's worried because you wanted a original. I said, look, keep it original. We're improving the car now. You don't want to put primer on this car. This car's already was 66 years old. So you want to last.
You can do the stone chip and then just go with a primer on the top, so you get the colour of the primer.
Yeah, we can do that too.
Yeah.
So she's ready to go off to the paint shop now. I'm gonna just put the suspension back on Monday because we've done the whole chassis and it is all painted. The suspension's all done. You see.
So you actually sandblasted the chassis and then.
No, I just cleaned it down. I didn't sandblast.
It was in good condition then.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Just part of those parts that are rotten.
That's fine, yeah.
So the suspension's ready to go back. The other suspension part, we tied it up, cleaned.
Wow.
So that's going back tomorrow, Monday. Then once it's back on the legs, I'll take it off to the paint shop.
I didn't even imagine there were so many of these cars in such a small radius, and it can keep you busy every day.
Yes.
Wow.
So I've been in retirement for now. June will be 5 years.
Well, we haven't really retired. I mean, come on. Actually, your work has just got harder. You know.
I've been retired now, almost 5 years, and I've always had a Morris in the garage. It's never been my garage, it's never been empty. I'm going to the other garage now. So I've always had a car. And
there's another garage.
And there's cars waiting for me, this list. I tell the guys, I like to one project at a time. When I got a big project, I'll take up some smaller projects, but I won't take on 2 big projects.
Okay.
Because they take too long.
Of course.
I finished two cars last year. They took me about 5 months. Like a total.
Because what happens is you start one project and you start another one, and then you're like, where was I? You know, you get lost.
Yeah.
And it becomes a 6 or 7 year project now. Mine's 5-6 months. Even that Bucky took my son both, I think, a year, but there's only working weekends on them.
Wow.
Okay.
So they work weekends. So this when I work in a week on this car, and it's Friday, Saturday, Sundays, you work on my own car.
For example, you doing a full restoration on this car, what would it cost to claim? Honestly, I mean, come on.
Over 90.
That's fine.
I don't know what he paid for the car, but it's going to cost him in excess of 90. Because there's a total respray.
Inside and out.
I'm not doing the engine and gearbox. That would have cost him another 20 grand. So we're pushing 100 now if they did the engine and gearbox. Engine and gearbox is fine. So he stood with about 20 years this car. I cleaned everything out.
Does it have the original
engine? Yes. This behind you there.
Which is the 803, right?
803, yeah. Wow. That thing stood for about 20 years. I cleaned it up, cleaned the fuel system, cleaned it, and she started up. She had any luck, she started yesterday.
It'd be nice to actually paint the engine too. But
Yeah, no, it's going to get all painted nicely.
Oh, okay.
Look like those cars that's finished.
wow, okay, fine.
This car will look just like that one when it's finished. So that engine came straight out of this car, but she's running.
That's cool.
Wow.
So she's off to the paint shop this week, and she'll be there for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Do you know, honestly, I want to talk honestly, and I think she'll be on with me on this. I mean, not now because we have a few things that we have to sort out, but maybe in a couple of years, you know. Maybe get one for ourselves and join
why
the club.
not?
Why not? I mean, why not?
Why not? Why not?
Every
I mean, this
month-
is
every month
interesting.
we go out somewhere, and it actually says we meet the nicest people in Morris Minor Club.
Oh,
And it's like a family thing. It's not under the bonnet
Cool.
thing anymore.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
off the stage.
of
So we
course.
get together, hugs,
Mine
and
are
hugs
fine.
and kisses, and the bride and wine.
We love hugs and kisses.
We'll do this, right? You bring the bride and I'll bring the wine.
Okay, that's a deal.
Because I've been living in Italy for 20 years, so I mean, you know.
You know why? I married a bride.
That's cool.
And it doesn't say barbecue anymore. It's bright.
I'm saying bride and
I don't know what it is. We bride. Yeah.
We bride.
This is a bucky, it's not a pickup.
But anyway, you know, this is a different grill than the back yard.
Yes, and that's a grill like the other bucky. But being a British car, they painted them cream and the wheels cream.
Yeah.
Us South Africans went and changed it again. We painted the body colour and we painted the wheels body colour and we put the stripes in the wheels.
Yes.
Beautiful.
The white
Yeah.
tires.
No,
The white wall. The not white wall.
no, you put stripes on the rims. The British just
Oh,
kept
the
cream of the cream
rims.
grill. So Africans made it a color coded with the color coded rims with a stripe on it. It's made it much better. Hello.
Good morning.
Wow. This
Oh.
travel is amazing.
My gosh.
I love the travel. I've always loved the travel.
Look at the color.
It's
This is turquoise.
It's aqua.
Aqua. Oh, excuse me. My gosh.
There's a whole story to that car again. This is
Yeah, this is a traveler in the process of restoration as well. I mean, this is so exciting stuff. Okay, it's not turquoise, it's aqua. Wow.
This guy paid 55 for this. He bought another one. Before he bought this one, which also called his car was worse than this one, he paid 90,000 for it. He never saw it, he got it from Cape Town. So he found his
Wow.
crap. So he really just wanted to
Uncle Tommy is on a roll. This is the traveler, another traveler, also being restored. Okay, it smells like paint, so it smells like they've just painted the other one. Aqua, beautiful color, beautiful color.
paid 100,000 for it, it's crap.
But you know, if I'd actually like to get a traveller. I think they're just stunning. Because, you know, it makes you think about the sea, or whatever, you know. This was the British version of the Woodies, you know, that the Beach Boys would use, you know, to go surfing and whatever. I mean, it's just such an amazing piece of kit.
So the story about this car is my late dad's car. He started restoring this car in early 2000. In his garage, he had a big fire in his garage. The garage burned down. Lost a Morris Minor XJ6 in the garage. This one luckily didn't get burnt out. Then he sort of lost all interest and he passed on. And he left me this car in the DIY format. So I needed to have to finish this car. Because it's such a rare car, it's a 71 Morris Minor Traveller, the youngest Morris Minor in South Africa.
Yeah.
They stopped building them in 71, these cars are very rare. So the car was primed, half painted, and so I brought it here and I resprayed with the same guy that I resprayed and started assembling. The wood in this car, my late dad made that wood,
Wow.
British ash wood. So he made every piece of that wood at the back of this car. So I'm trying to put it back together now. So I've painted it, putting it back together. For this car, then he spent thousands. He imported everything new in this car. So you see the headlights, the indicator lights, the grill
And
beadings,
it all come from England, right?
all the stuff is brand new. All the stuff brand new, imported.
In
Brand new.
England, it's easy to find.
Yes.
Yes,
Every
it's
part.
a,
In the
that's
UK,
very
you
interesting
find
that
any
it's
part
easy.
of this car. Luckily, this is called the aqua blue. It's quite rare. The Aqua 71s they changed to this color. They changed to this grill, but they put it the glacier white. Thank God they went away with grey with cream.
Yeah.
And the 71 they went back to the silver rims. Thank goodness they did away with the cream rims.
Wow.
Even the upholstery for this car, even the carpets.
Wow, this is gorgeous.
I know.
I'm lost for words.
Even the carpets were imported, brand new, imported from the UK.
Wow.
Carpets were imported.
Are the parts expensive?
They're not expensive, but the exchange rate,
Yeah, of course,
postage
from
and
the
carries
pounds,
onto the-
yeah.
Yeah.
But even this is different. The other cars didn't have a lock on the passenger side.
Yes.
Only from 69 onwards. Even this is brand new imported. You see, it's not even second hand.
This is
The wood, like I said, the wood he made himself. All the wood is there. All the wood's there. So I'm trying to assemble it and paint it and put it on.
So this has the 1098.
198 motor, very light motor with the bigger brake drums in the front. I went to 9-inch brake drums. It's got a normal, it's got a start. This is beautiful.
I know.
See, this is not our original colour.
Yeah.
It's not an original colour.
Yeah.
This is pretty different. It's got a steering lock. It's got a steering lock. It's got the key on
Yeah.
the side. That's for different cars. The dashboard is different again. Got a different dashboard.
Just for a complete respray, what is the cost? If the car is in great condition, just to get a bare metal and respray, what would it cost?
That car inside, the black one,
Yeah.
30,000.
30,000.
This one was less because it was half done already.
This is just absolutely.
It's epic.
I actually met my brewer once
Yeah.
in Italy. He's a riot. He's such a good person.
So that you do
He's
list.
so funny.
I want to show you. These guys, I don't understand. 69, I went back to it. Why? It's nice.
Yeah.
They used that dash. They lived at 55, they had no cabriolets. But later on, they put the cabriolets on, then they put the crown ring on. Then they took them off again. And then I think from 64 onwards, they put the 53 lights back on again. But the only improvement they did,
And how many liters did you put in? And what do you get in mileage now on this?
you won't believe these cars. Running to Cape Town and back, 6.5, 7 liters to 100 k's, which you're getting in a modern car.
Yeah.
Only thing I really like to improve is the dashboard on the other side. They left it open.
Yeah.
Because normally when you open that lid, it hits the steering wheel.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's a nice little improvement. So this thing goes in there.
I'm,
And it's open, it's open there.
I'm lost for words. I'm just
I know.
absolutely lost for words. Do you know, as I said, I was telling her that,
Go.
well, I want to thank Tommy for being such a sport and such a very, very nice person, showing us his
Yeah.
pride and joys, his collection, and letting us in his house,
Yeah.
Tommy, you're a superstar. You are an excellent restorer, and as I've been telling you, we are going to really start thinking about getting one ourselves.
Great.
And join the club, and then why not? I mean, we've always thought about doing something for us, a hobby, and I think we've just found it. Thank you very much,
Great.
Tommy. You are a
Thank
grand
you.
man.
Thank you guys. Want to come around once a month to see the progress of this
I
car?
would love to. It would be amazing.
Show
Absolutely.
the
epic.
progress because I like to keep my projects going.
Yeah.
The biggest advice I give anybody restoring a Morris Minor, any car, my only advice, once a week do something on their car. Just clean the bolt to do something. Once you leave it for 3 or 4 months, it becomes a 7-year project, which have many members
Yeah,
of
of course.
5 or
Yeah.
6 years they're trying to get a car on the road. You 6, 7 months, go back on the
I'll
road.
just ask one last question. Do you prefer red wine or white?
Red one. White isn't white one, but now and again I'll have a white one.
Oh, well, I'll tell you this time. The next time I'll come on a Sunday and I'll bring a bottle of Prosecco, nice and cool. It's a white wine, but you're going to love it. And we can just sit down and talk about these cars.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, here we are, back at home in our garden. And as you've just seen, we had an amazing morning with Uncle Tommy, as he's called,
Warm.
well, whatever, But yeah, it was a very nice experience, and I'm very glad that she loved it, and it has put many ideas in our minds. So, I mean, we had to sort out a few things, but hopefully soon, maybe we could join the club too with our little Morris Minor. And yeah, so we want to thank you people from the heart for watching.
And for subscribing.
Exactly. And I think that if everything goes okay, tomorrow we'll be doing our first podcast, and then we'll be linking the channel and everything. Okay, so at this point, have yourself a great weekend, guys, and thanks for everything from me and from the love of my life. Thanks ever so much.
Keep your eyes peeled for more videos, and we'd like to thank you once again. Thank you to Tommy. You've been great. You've been awesome.
You're the best. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.